Yeah, she very shortly our keynote speaker is expected to join. Dr. Shahnaz, have you joined here? Yes, she has joined here. So, Dr. Pooja, please start the program as per our schedule. Our main speaker is here.
Okay, sir.
Hello, Dr. Singhal. Sorry
Uh,
for I was having a different meeting.
okay,
Thank you.
no issue, madam. Welcome, madam. So, Dr. Pooja, please start the program.
Okay, sir. Good evening, all. Myself, Pooja Sahu, Assistant Professor, Department of Electronics Engineering, MITS Gwalior, India. Welcome you all in today event, Research and Innovation to Support Sustainable Development Goals. So now I request Dr. P.K. Singhal, Chairman of IIT Bhopal Center, India, for sharing your valuable words towards the event. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Pooja. First of all, good evening to all the participants. Good evening to Dr. Shahnaz from Bangladesh. We have the participants from different part of the globe. It is very difficult to say good evening because they might be having late night or early morning or afternoon. So I welcome to this program, and this program is being organized with the Institution of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineers, Bhopal Center, India, the Institution of Engineers, Gwalior Local Chapter, and IEEE MP Subsection, India. So we have with us Chairman of Gwalior Center IET Institution of Engineers, Dr. Khetan. I welcome to Dr. Khetan for this wonderful event. And lot of dignitaries are here. We have Dr. Mukta Batele, Director, Oriental Institute of Technology, Jabalpur, and a lot of dignitaries are here. So I welcome all of you for this program. So over to Dr. Pooja Sahu. Please continue.
Thank you, sir. Now introducing the day of speaker, Dr. Celia Shahnaz, ma'am. Dr. Celia Shahnaz did PhD in Electrical and Computer Engineering from Canada 2009, MSc in Electrical and Electronics Engineering from Bangladesh University of Engineering and Technology in 2002. Dr. Celia Shahnaz is a professor in Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering at Bangladesh University of Engineering and Technology. Madam having expertise uh, in research, interest includes the area of deep learning, pattern recognition, and machine learning for audio, video, biomedical, and power signals. Signal processing for speech analysis and speech enhancement, multimodal emotion recognition, digital watermarking, audio visual recognition for biometric security, multimedia communication control system, and robotics technology. Uh, she has published more than 150 international journal and conference paper. Madam has very vast profile, like Madam 2021 to 23. Madam is a chair IEEE Signal Processing Society SPS Women in Signal Processing Committee, and chair in IEEE SPS to IEEE Women in Engineering Committee. In 2021 to 22, she is a member in IEEE History Committee. 2021, Madam was member of IEEE Educational Activities Board, Faculty Resources Committee. In 2020, she is a member of New Initiative Committee, and 2021, Madam is Member of IEEE WI senior members, Elevation Drive, and member of USA Coloring Book featuring 25 women subcommittees. In 2018 and 2021, she was the chair of IEEE Bangladesh section, founders and chairs, IAS Bangladesh chapters, and so on. Uh, Now, I welcome you, ma'am. Please share your experience and ideas with us. Welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you, Pooja, for such a humble introduction, and thank you, Professor Singhal, for taking the initiative and sending the invitation and inviting all the delegates. Hope I am audible to all of you.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
are very much audible. Yes, madam.
Okay, thank you very much. So let me share the screen very quickly, then I will formally start the presentation. Enter screen. Let me give few minutes. Yes, sharing. Let me share. So now it is sharing, right? So let me see. Where is the?
Not yet, madam. Yes, yes, it has started. Yes,
It has
please.
started.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Okay. Okay.
Yes,
Then
please.
give me a minute. Uh, give me a minute. Are you seeing my screen? Let me see.
Yes.
Where is my? Okay, I getting.
Yes, yes, madam.
Oh,
We are
you
able
can
to.
see my screen, right?
Yes, madam.
Let me see. Yes. Is it visible now?
Yes, madam.
Yes, ma'am. It
Yeah.
is visible.
Okay. Thank you very much for the humble introduction and for the humble invitation. And first of all, I'd like to thank the volunteer who has really created this poster for publicity and promotion. It is a volunteer work in the pandemic and is a very great initiative for timely dissemination of knowledge. So we must thank every single volunteer involved in the process. So today's topic is research and innovation to support sustainable development goals. We are living in a global era, but we don't forget that we live in subcontinent. So United Nations Sustainable Development Goal is very important. So that's why I will try to reach out and I will try to I try to relate my talk to SDGs. So this is just a brief bio let me make it 100%. Where is that? This is just a brief bio that Pooja has narrated. The most important thing is that my involvement with technical society, because in IEEE is the largest technical and professional organization in the world. I'm the founder of 4 technical society chapter in Bangladesh. Those are Signal Processing Society, Industrial Application Society, Society on Social Implications on Technology, Robotics and Automation Society. I deeply work in Power and Energy Society, Engineering, Medicine, Biology Society, Computer Society, Computational and Intelligence Society, Power Electronics Society, Industrial Electronics Society, and many others. It is important for all of us to be part of it and take the benefit and place us to the global community to increase the visibility of the subcontinent researcher to the rest of the world. So let me humbly request you to visit my Google Scholar citation. Just write Celia Shahnaz Google Scholar citation. And in 2020, I was very worried that how I will continue my research in the pandemic despite limitations of the PhD students, research funding, and computational facilities. Since I work in deep learning, machine learning, AI. So computational facility is very important. But at the end of 2020, you see the graph, and we can see that the citations have surpassed 2019. That's an attestation, that is an encouragement for our hard work, that how we really worked hard along with my students and choose the emerging topics so that those can be published in impactful journal and conference paper. At the same time, if people can use it, we can make it useful. That's why people have cited it. One of my papers have been cited 349 papers. I humbly request you, everyone, to really visit my Google Scholar citation and let me know how we can do collaboration, which is very, very important. So I want to start the presentation by expressing my deepest condolence for sudden demise of Frank Lambert, the Power Energy Society president, a remarkable volunteer. And this is the picture of my last interaction with him. We must work hard to carry his unfinished work. Then his actions will be spoken through many cloning like us. So I also believe in power of networking and innovative ideas. This is a human chain led by me, Power and Energy Society Day celebration, and IEEE Day celebration by Women in Engineering, Women in Engineering, WIE affiliated group. But this is not just a human chain. This is a power, and this power I usually exploit and utilize to get support regarding research funding, regarding computational facilities, regarding research database. But as I said, I always try to relate myself with one of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, 17 SDGs, such as 11 sustainable cities and communities, which is very important. So, since the COVID-19 came for the young students and young faculty members, we really do not need to wait for a PhD to create impact in the society by our research. You can start with designing an automatic hand sanitizer. It is a very simple design, but it has a huge impact. All the research organization came together today to organize this seminar, webinar. Please, they can support to deliver this automatic hand sanitizer kit to the rural community, so where it is really needed. So it is important. We cannot guarantee that every person in the Madhya Pradesh has the facility of sanitation. So this is our time to support our community through research and technology. Since I serve as IEEE Power and Energy Society Women in Power Region 10, that means Asia Pacific representative. So every month you will get a PACE e-news update, and which is very, very resourceful. Three factors that control the future of trends in PS. One is energy storage and integration of renewables, distributed generation and hybrid model of grid, data-driven technologies, and cyber security. I work in the third domain. I request you to visit our IEEE Women in Power website and become a member if you are already a PS member, but fill up the form, join Women in Power, so that you can be officially counted as PS Women in Power member. You must have heard about electric network frequency. If you record a digital audio which is plugged in near the power means and located near a power source, then you can capture the ENF signal. How does the ENF signal look like? This is the picture of ENF signal coming from 9 different grids. Visually, they look different. So, what you want to do? You want to observe them from hours after hours? No. what you can do, the machine learning, deep learning, and artificial intelligence can be employed to automatically detect this ENF. You must have about fingerprint. Fingerprint works as a biometric identification in the airport. But the ENF are same for a particular grid, but ENF are separable from grid to grid. That's why ENF can serve as a location fingerprint, which is an important for security of the power system. Let me tell you that as PS Dominion Power Region 10 representative, I was co-proposer of a brief session in IEEE Section Congress where the volunteer leaders from 10 IEEE regions all over the world come. It was a great session to engage women in technical activity. Also in Indonesia, Region 8 Signal Student Young Professional Women in Engineering and Life Member Congress. I represented PS Women in Power and shared the opportunities. And if you look at the second row middle picture, the first PS Women in Power conference in New Delhi, I was a speaker and a panelist. Not only that, I led introducing the PS Women in Power track in Asia Pacific flagship conference starting in 2017, 10 Sim 2017 in Kerala, India. You must have heard about IEEE Women in Engineering International Leadership Summit. It's a great honor that I have introduced IEEE PS Women in Power tracks in those summits in Malaysia, Goa, Kerala, and Sri Lanka. These are engagement. And let me tell you some very important research denoising of ECG signals based on noise reduction algorithms in EMD and web-led domains, which is the highest cited paper of my research life. I request you to read the papers and let me know how we can do the further collaboration. Let me tell you another research example, pitch estimation or fundamental frequency estimation from a noise environment, because we don't live in a studio quality environment. We live in car noise, train noise, factory floor noise, cafeteria noise, and exhibition hall noise, cockpit noise. So it's very difficult to find the fundamental frequency from such a noise environment. So that's why it is published in IEEE transactions. And you must have heard about hearing impaired people, and they need hearing aid devices where a noise suppressor and speech enhancer is very much used. So speech enhancement based on student modeling is a very good work, has been published in IEEE transaction also, because it is able to enhance speech without distorting the quality even at a very low SNR below 0 dB. Let me tell you another research that abnormality detection in musculoskeletal radiographs. You may ask me question that why musculoskeletal radiographs? Because 1.7 billion people are suffering from musculoskeletal abnormality. So we wanted to do research so that this detection becomes easier and diagnosis process becomes faster and accurate, for which my students have developed this capsule network. It's a deep neural network and it has been published in IEEE Access. And these students are undergraduate students, and I'm an advocate of women for last 21 years, and I found that our women are suffering from skin cancer, but they feel shy to do the diagnosis. So these are digital images of skin cancer, and you can apply the deep learning techniques that we are applying to detect what type of skin cancer it is. So this will help the doctors. You must have heard about tuberculosis. This is example of chest radiographs. There are normal chest radiographs, there are abnormal chest radiographs. Looking at the chest radiograph and then detecting the tuberculosis is very troublesome and it may lead to error. So we apply DenseNet, ResNet, and Inception V3. Also, we have taken decisions from machine learning techniques to take the decision accurate. And this work has been recently published in IEEE Access. Then COVID came, and detection of COVID-19 from COVID positive and COVID-19 has become very interesting for my students. My students started working with ultrasound image, CT image, and X-ray images, and they started to compare which imaging technique is the best one to detect COVID-19 automatically. So recently, a COVID detection technique from multimodal images has been published in IEEE Transactions on Artificial Intelligence. If you are working in this domain, let me know. We can make a huge data repository of different countries, and we can apply our algorithms, our techniques to really validate those techniques with a huge big data. It will help the community, it will help the doctor. Can you confirm me that in every diabetic patient in the Madhya Pradesh have the glucometer? No, because it is very expensive, and also glucometer is an invasive technique. So this is a non-invasive blood glucose estimation device that my students have developed using multi-sensor, which is portable, wearable at the same time cost-effective. You must have heard about bilirubin level detection, the quantification, and jaundice detection. This is a device. They are not, my students are not mechanical engineer, but it's an era of interdisciplinary knowledge, and they have developed this structure, and from the sclera image processing, they have detected the yellowness of the eye and really detected jaundice. You really important. And think about the slum people. This is less like a wrist card. If you want to measure your heart rate, your blood pressure, and your glucose, can a slum people afford it to measure it, especially in the lockdown where economy is the down? No. When I did it is, you must have seen an analog stethoscope. But you know, this is a stetophone. It's a digital stethoscope for remote personalized healthcare. Think about your elderly citizen, your parents at home. It is not always possible for them go to the doctors and measure the health care. So by this, they can have their health care, and they can communicate with the doctors very easily. And I'm very much involved with humanitarian technology, disabled people. I want to make them differently able based on technology. This is a wheelchair, and if you Google any wheelchair, it is more than 2,000 US dollar. Can a disabled people afford it in this subcontinent? No, not at all. This is a low cost, smart electric wheelchair with and intelligent count features, and it can be controlled by your voice, it can be controlled by your eye gaze, which is very important. Have you ever thought about your elderly citizen in your village, in your community, in your family? Falling down in the washroom and the kitchen is a common phenomenon. This is a smart hat for smooth and safe walking assistant for them. Sensor is there, and that prevents them from falling, and send SMS to the registered people for help. This is an automatic injecting device. In India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, is it possible to really increase the number of expert nurses overnight compared to the number of patients? No. So there are a lot of injuries during the injection device. This is a device that provides you video feedback and that detects the vein location properly and guides the needle to change the angle before pushing the injection. This is so effective where mass vaccination is required. You have seen a wheelchair research that is controlled by hand, voice, and eye gaze. But if a person does not have hand and does not have eye, that means he or she cannot see and does not have voice, unable to speak, then what? How she or he will run the wheelchair? But he or she has a brain, and brain signal is called EEG signal, electroencephalogram signal. This is a low cost electroencephalograph signal based electric wheelchair with advanced control features, which is very effective. See, I also love to work with the blind community to ensure their education, accessibility, and entertainment. This is a text to braille scanner with ultra low cost refreshable braille display, which is very important, and you can develop it in your local language. Okay, and I also work with different dumb people. Think about myself. I am a Bengali and I speak Bangla. I'm the only nation that has fought and they have sacrificed their life for the language. 21st February 1952. 21st February is the International Mother Language Day, celebrated all over the world. But when I started doing research on sign language, I found it is in English, but I wanted to do it in Bengali. So that's why my students have developed this database working with the different Dam Association of Bangladesh, that is the Bangla Sign Language image. And from that image, they have deployed VGD 19 deep neural network to really detect and recognize those alphabet properly. You know, I have a dream. I want to create an interface where using the Bengali Sign Language, a student can come to your college and can order a book in the library or order a food in the canteen. You can do it in your local language too. If you need any help, please let me know. Since I'm serving as chair of Signal Processing Society, Women in Signal Processing Committee for the whole world, it's an opportunity to give you information about research. IEEE Signal Processing Cup 2020 and IEEE Video and Image Processing Cup 2020. You know, for the SP Cup 2020, my team was ranked 4th in the world, and for VIP Cup 2020, my team was ranked 5th in the world. Ranking is not an issue. Issue is the topic. Issue is the opportunity to know the emerging solutions. Improve your coding skill. You know, in 2015, when I started supervising this project for Signal Processing Cup 2015, my team was ranked 5th. And from that topic, we have published 3 journal papers, and that has helped my students to go to a PhD and University of California, Riverside, and Princeton University. You know, Princeton University is an Ivy League university. So this is the opportunity you can get, what I didn't get in my lifetime. So, but I'm there to help you, to support you, so that you can get. This is an international meetup for which I was the general chair for robotics and automation. You know, in the lockdown last year, we applied to the Robotics and Automation Society to get a fund to really design the disinfection robots, designed by students, training to the students. You think about it, if you can come up with the design, which is disinfection robots that can be used in your campus, because our lockdown will be over and we need disinfection. We don't want to buy those disinfection robots from outside. Also, we need it in the hospital and public places. It is important. Let me tell you about IEEE Humanitarian Activity Committee. They provide support for events with Women to Empowerment Challenge. We have told our women to identify one problem of women faced in Bangladesh and provide technological solutions. We have connected them to the mentors, entrepreneurs, industry experts, sponsors, so that they can transform their ideas and projects into product. So this is very important example of women empowerment. This is Region 10 Humanitarian Technology Conference, one of the biggest flagship conference organized by Bangladesh in 2017. And I was the general co-chair. It's a great honor to handle more than 700 participants in such a flagship conference. Also for Humanitarian Technology Conference 2019, I led a woman, I was a speaker in a Women in Engineering track, shared the projects to be designed, implemented by women for advancing sustainable green technologies for humanities. And also I work with IEEE Society, one of the oldest societies, and their flagship conference, ISTAS. And sometimes a few years back it was organized in Kerala. And one day you can also do it, and we can collaborate. In that ISTAS, I led IEEE Women in Engineering panel to share the best practices of women from Africa, Australia, and America to really implement those in Bangladesh and in the subcontinent. And you must have heard about Global Humanitarian Technology Conference. I'm just sharing the opportunities for all of you where you can showcase your research, where I led a Women in Engineering panel and collaborated with Region 6, California women, Region 7 women, Canadian women, and Region 9 women, Region 5 women. That means United States is divided into from Region 1 to Region 6 to know what humanitarian technology they are really proposing for. Another very significant, important event of my life, IEEE Women in the area of electrical and computer engineering, the first ever conference in the world of such type, and it was launched. I was the founder. It was in Dhaka. Then we collaboration between Bangladesh and Pune section, then Bangladesh and Uttar Pradesh section, then Bangladesh and Thailand section, then Bangladesh and Bangalore section, then Bangladesh and Bhubaneswar subsection. If Rajasthan subsection and your university want to collaborate with this and can give opportunity to your students and faculties with a huge pool of international speakers, authors, reviewers, industry experts, please let me know. It is time to collaborate and move beyond the border. And you must have heard about IEEE Women in Engineering International Leadership Summit. Only 10 sections in the world get this opportunity. I was the general chair for the Bangladesh Summit. More than 300 participants, 55 speakers from 13 different countries. Here we have really trained our in 2020. You know, last year it was a Region 10 second largest flagship conference. Bangladesh was the organizer. I was the general chair. Everything in the month of June was closed. Everything was stopped. But I told my students, no, we have got 1,000, more than 1,000 papers. We have to do it for timely dissemination of knowledge. It was a very courageous effort, and more than 1,800 participants from whole region 10 joined there. IEEE President Toshio Fukuda was the chief guest. Thanks to my 1,000 volunteers who really did it, and thanks to all previous regional director and 2020 director Akinori Nishihara for this support of this amazing event. It is the first fully virtual flagship online conference in the whole Asia Pacific region. Not only that, immediately after that, to engage the students and to know the young professionals, to know the women in engineers, to know the industry expert, medicine and biology expert, signal processing expert. We really organized the International COVID-19 Congress, the first ever Congress of this type, and more than 400 participants were there with their project idea, with their participation, research progress, and policy making. Again, in the same year, Professor Toshio Fukuda, who was the IEEE president, was the chief guest. Let me share with you some of my awards. This is not a list of awards. This is a list of commitment and huge hard work. 2013 Women in Engineering Professional Volunteer Award from Region 10. This is the highest honor for a professional woman from Asia Pacific. 2015 Women in Engineering Inspiring Member Award from Global Women in Engineering. It is the highest honor from Global Women in Engineering for a professional woman. 2016 IEEE MGA Leadership Award among male and female 160 countries, more than 330 sections. 2019, again, Region 10 Humanitarian Activities Outstanding Volunteer Award. I started from the scratch. You don't need to start from the scratch. I'm there to mentor you. If I can do it, you have to do it, and you will do it. Let me tell this Women in Engineering Affinity Group, after returning from Canada as a Canadian Commonwealth Scholar after my PhD, the first thing I did, the form the Women in Engineering Affinity Group. Many people have idea, Women in Engineering is just for women. No, around 40% male members are Women in Engineering members. Anybody can be Women in Engineering member because it is diversity and inclusion. And our Women in Engineering Affinity Group became the best group in performance from Asia Pacific region and also from the whole world. Not only that, the Women in Engineering student branch at BUET, which is the highest ranked engineering university in the country, where I'm serving as a professor, you know, that BUET WA student branch also became the best one in the Asia Pacific region and also best in the whole world. It's a huge journey, huge hard work because of huge number of impactful events designed for women empowerment. As a first female chair of IEEE Bangladesh section, it was a great honor to receive this 25-year celebration banner from Region 10 Director Prof. Kugzin. And it has inspired me to work harder, design countless conferences to improve the technical community, improve the technical societies, entrepreneurship activity, young professional activity, student activity, women in engineering activity, humanitarian technology activity. That has helped me to lead my section to receive 2018 IEEE MG Outstanding Large Section Award. This is the highest award for a section from MGA. This is always a great feeling to receive the award for my mentees, Best WA Student Branch, Best Student Volunteer, Best Young Professional Group in Region 10 from Jose Mura, 2019 President, and future President Toshi, 2019 Director Akinori, past director Kudzin and future director and current director Deepak Mathur. And it is also important to know why you will do technical activity. You can do research alone. You can be a famous researcher, but improve your community, embrace your community. This is Engineering and Medicine Biology Society Bangladesh chapter, and it has received 2020 IEEE MBS Regional Outstanding Chapter Award. You know, only 2 chapters in the whole world has received it. One is from Latin America, another is from Bangladesh. You look what happened. We have increased the visibility of not only Bangladesh, visibility of the subcontinent researchers to the rest of the world, which is very important. In India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, we have countless talented volunteers, but we have very few in leadership positions. We are not recognized and we are not visible. So this is very important. And also the Signal Processing Society chapter, that for which I was the founder, this year we have received the chapter certification due to launching of conferences, inviting distinguished lecturers, and designing many impactful events that can improve the community, giving opportunity for the students, connect the students with the world-class researchers. We can change the world because we are engineers. You can find the mentors if we do collaboration. Visit my website www.celiashahnaz.com. I will write in the chat box. Please visit my website and please let me know how I can help you. It is important to support each other. It is important to empower each other. It is important to recognize every volunteer. Never think you are from a subsection. Never think you are from a small city. A person should not be identified by small city, small state, small village. A person should be identified based on the accomplishment, based on the achievement, based on the merit, based on the passion he or she has to drive the community, to improve the community. If we can work together, if we can support together, then we think we can grow together. So thank you very much for giving a wonderful opportunity this evening to share my few things with you. The purpose, we should not do just a 1 hour webinar. We want to do academic collaboration immediately, jointly writing our papers, jointly organizing our conference, jointly supervising our project. Then we can grow together. We should not start from the scratch. Our problems in the subcontinent are the same. Our solution should be unique. Let us share our resources. Let us share our opportunity. Let us recognize each other. Let us help each other. Then we will grow. Thank you very much, Dr. Singhal and the whole team present here. And thank you for your patience for listening to me. Thank you. Stay well.
Thank you, Dr. Celia Shahnaz. It was really a wonderful lecture and eye-opening that certainly everybody knows that the India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, these are the developing countries and has very limited resources, and within the given resources you have done the research work which is really usable to the society. Research work is being done all over the globe, but your research is directly related to the welfare of the society. I congratulate to you for this wonderful presentation and eye-opening research work which you have been doing. Now I invite participants to put questions if they have any related to this. Now it is open for discussion.
Yeah, any question. Any question. It can be research, it can be scholarship, it can be IEEE, anything. Just ask question.
Yeah, Shruti Bhalla, are you asking? Yes, please.
Hello.
Yes, please, Alam.
Thanks. This is the Dr. Iman Lam from Egypt. Just I wanted to thank you. Really, the lecture is more than excellent. Great lecture. Thank you very much, and really, it is inspirable. Thank you.
Thank
Inshallah,
you,
I'll contact
Iman.
you for more collaboration. Welcome, Shahnaz. I'll contact you for more collaboration in the future. Thank you very much. Regards.
Sure.
Thank you.
Dr. Ketan, Dr. Mukta Batele is here. Would you like to say something for this wonderful event?
Thank you, Single Sir. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to keep my views. I'm overwhelmed by your talk, ma'am, Celia ma'am, and it was a wonderful talk. And it was very much motivating to women like us who can, do lot of things together. So I am looking forward for your collaboration, and we'll be doing many things together. So it was wonderful listening to you. Thank you so much, Single Sir, for giving me the opportunity to listen to ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ketan sir, would you like to speak something?
Thank you, Dr. Mukta.
Yes, please. Ketan sir. Yeah, please unmute yourself, Ketan sir. You are muted. You have muted yourself. Yes, please.
Dr. Professor has given a very exciting presentation and in a very lucid language. So we all wish her a very good, successful for the progress of the country and for the progress of her career. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
Dr. Shahnaz, I have a question. You have developed a glucometer and for diabetes measurement. So, is it measured without pricking the body, without taking out?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes, that's the important thing,
Yeah,
because the usual glucometer, they use a strip
yes,
and they have to take blood
yes,
from the finger tip. But
yes,
it's a very injurious sometimes,
yes,
taking blood every time. Think about a woman or think about a man who is suffering from pancreatic cancer or liver cancer. You need to monitor 3-4 times the blood glucose every time. Do you want to pinch and take the blood? So you don't want to do it. So that's why it is an invasive technique. We want to avoid invasive technique, not only because of it is expensive, because it is a problematic one, and we don't have enough expert nurse in our community clinic in the rural parts of Madhya Pradesh. It's not possible. We cannot guarantee it. Even if we post our doctors there, we cannot guarantee that they may go there. So, but we cannot sit. We have to help the people. We cannot sit that when this situation will be drastically changed. It's a remarkable journey. So that's why it is a non-invasive technique. It take the sensors. It take the sensor and from the galvanic resistance of the screen, and also take the PPG, heart data, by the sensors, and then determine the glucose level. So it is completely, we don't take we don't need taking the blood. At the same time, it is portable. At the same time, it is very cost effective, not very expensive like glucometer. So this is very important so that it reaches our rural community. And if you want to know detail about it, you search my Google Scholar citation, you will get the paper in IEEE Explore. Every research that I have shown, everything is published in IEEE Explore, and you can get detail of that. If you want to do collaboration, really let me know so that we can launch that product also in Rajasthan, and your university can support, and your university can serve as an innovation hub for this non-invasive blood glucose meter, and that can serve your rural community, so that you can tell that you have ensured the well-being of the rural people in the Madhya Pradesh and beyond Madhya Pradesh. Thank you very much.
So one more question I have. See, you have this first time in my 56 years I have seen a glucometer without pricking or taking out the blood. It can measure, and I was also looking such type of instruments. So have you given it for mass production, or have you contacted to some company manufacturing this medical equipment? Because if even accuracy is up to certain percent or whatever is, then it will be of great help to the society. It's a really amazing research which you have done.
Yes, and it is scalable. It's not every student will be like a researcher like me. Not everybody would like to be a professor like me, but they can be entrepreneur. And so every research that I have shown, if a student take it as their one of the important initiative and can find a sponsor, they can launch as a entrepreneurship product. So this is our target. Any research, we are all actually publishing in high impact journals just for our promotion. We want to ensure our promotion, but I wanted to ensure my promotion. At the same time, I want to make it sure that it has the capability to transform into a product, because in the paper I have shown the product. Now it is time to come, it is our industry expert who should come forward and help us to really launch them in product from the mass production. This is very, very important. This is ever ending research, and you see the number of people in India. You just search a number of diabetic patients or patients who are suffering from pancreatic cancer or liver cancer. You need to guarantee such low cost, portable, wearable device for each one of them, so that they can really maintain it by themselves without always depending on the nurse, glucometer, blood strip, and so many things. So we have to really encourage our industry people. We always talk to our industry people when we need a big conference, for a big dinner, for a big, very good registration kit. But we really need to convince our industry expert, this is the time. Please support us so that our research becomes visible as a product, and our students can do an entrepreneurship. Then our student can fund us in future for more product, and real industry academia collaboration can be set up. It's a long-lasting vision, and it's a far-reaching impact. It is time to convince our industry expert. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. So any other questions from the participants? Shruti Bhalla, you have raised your hand. So I think there is no question. And email ID of madam I have shared in the WhatsApp group. So you can write directly to her, and for further discussion and collaboration. Certainly, madam, we shall collaborate with you, and this will not be.
You can keep a copy to Professor Singhal, because actually he is my connection point. It is always important to acknowledge the connection point. It's a good practice. I always do it in my life. I know I make new collaboration, but I never forget the root. So that is very important. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So over to Dr. Pooja Sahu to propose vote of thanks. Dr. Vandana or Dr. Pooja Sahu, please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Celia Shahnaz, ma'am, for sharing your experience and views towards the innovation and research development goals, and for sharing your valuable time with us and offering such a support. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. And also, I would like to thank you, Dr. P.K. Singhal, sir, for your moral support and organizing such a event. And thank you, Dr. R. Khetan, sir, for your kind support and sparing time with us. And I would like to thank you all the participants, that I can say without your presence, we cannot assume the event can be successfully. Thank you all.
Thank you very much. And this event will be successful if we enhance the wordings of Dr. Celia Shahnaz by further cooperation and working toward the welfare of the society. So thank you very much. Thank you to all of you Thank you, madam. Thank you. So this meeting is
Take care,
concluded.
take care, and stay blessed. It's very important because India has passed inhuman time few months back, and we are facing that wave now in Bangladesh. And my parents, 75 years and 67 years, were hospitalized due to COVID for 28 days. By the grace of Almighty, they are safe now, but we have to remain careful about our health practices because it is a deadly disease and it can come back anytime. Thank you very much. Take care and stay blessed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everybody. Thank you, everybody.
Take care. Bye.